From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Hello, this is the Hot Topic Show. What do we do?
You won't judge, but we're judging. It's going to be juicy.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Watching does require effort. However, showing up during a blizzard, now that's big. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. We're gonna have some fun today. How you doing? I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. So fun. So fun. Oh, man. Thank you so much for watching today. Here in the Northeast, we're expecting anywhere from, 5 to 24 inches of snow. They're calling it a blizzard. There's a lot of ice outside. So I didn't know who was going to show up. All I knew is that I long for the day when no one shows up. And it's just me and the staff. Like, I'm so ready to do Ask Wendy with them to find out more about them. But however, you guys made the effort. You weren't gonna blow your birthday, were you, madam? Yes. Yeah. A very light audience today, Suzanne.
Small but mighty.
Mighty.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love that.
Thank you. So, I didn't know how I was gonna get here today. All I knew was that I had a dream last night that only me and my husband showed up, and no, true story. And he was the cameraman and the lighting person at the same time. Look, and I came out the double doors, and he's holding a camera with a flashlight, and I'm dragging my own chair, and I put it right here, and he keeps telling me the whole time, yo, hold still, yo. Hold still, yo. I'm trying to just... Anyway, thank you. So the Bachelor finale was on last night. 3 hours you'll never get back. I've never watched The Bachelor. I don't know what this show is. I just know it's wildly popular, and then a black girl's gonna be the next Bachelor. That's not necessarily something that prompts me to watch. I saw Flavor of Love. I don't need it, I don't need it dressed up in a suit, But anyway, so last night, this guy, Chris, you know who I'm talking about because I have what's his name? Nick? All right, let's take it from the top.
Yeah.
From the top. So Nick proposed to Vanessa. She's a special ed teacher. She's from Canada. Really cute. He's not bad looking, but he's been on this show, they tell me, 4 times. It's not because he loves being on camera. From what Bachelor fans tell me, it's because he's like awkward with women. Like he's not a closer. You know how you're really good on your first 5 dates? Or your first year in a relationship, but you don't know how to close. A lot of people don't know how to close the deal. Closing the deal means, if you want out of this marriage, and babies and a fence, close the deal. Anyway, so they tell me he's not a good closer. Norman, is that safe to say?
That's safe to say. He came in second place twice, so he lost twice.
Okay. So, but what I care about, and I wish that you would have called me.
I didn't think you cared.
Are you serious? A snow night with room service?
Right.
Okay. A snow night with room service and a wine. I cared. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so Rachel, apparently, in the 3rd hour, so by this time, a lot of you were asleep. and I wasn't watching. In the third hour, apparently, they surprised Rachel by announcing, all right, the third hour is like some sort of Andy Cohen, you know, talk show type thing where you talk about the show you just saw. All right, but it's hosted by him, Mark, Chris. Okay. Anyway. Chris surprised Rachel by announcing that her season begins now. Like, she was there. She didn't get picked because she's about to have her own season, but she didn't know when the season was gonna start, and literally, they say she looked really surprised. To me, she looks really like Robin Givens and Malia Obama. If you squint, right? Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful girl. Right? Anyway, so they bought out some of her suitors. So you take a look and then we will break it down.
I know that you're gonna be meeting a lot of guys, but I just wanna let you know that you don't have to meet any more guys. I'm the guy for you. You look good, you smell good. I'm so excited to see you.
You look great.
Yeah. How you feeling so far?
I'm nervous. I was not expecting
You're
this.
nervous.
I need you to make me more comfortable.
I can make you more comfortable. You guys go ahead and take pictures now.
I'm looking forward to spending time with you to get to know you. Because your friends before anything. So, how do you feel?
That. I love what you just said.
Hey!
I just want to let you know, I'm ready to go black, and I'm never going to go back.
Okay. Like I've said, I've never seen this show before, but I wanted to see Rachel to see how this was gonna work out. Not because of necessarily Rachel. I don't think she belongs on this show. Her dad's a judge on the bench now. She's a lawyer, you know, with the bar in her back pocket. And mom and dad are just proud of her and that she throws everything away to be on some reality show. So I'm not really down with the whole Rachel movement on account of she's throwing away something. Like, you could be the next one on the bench, future judge, but instead you're being judged on this show. Now let me break down the four men. Okay, I saw one, how you doing? Okay, clearly. Then the white guy who said the black thing, that was so unnecessary. I'm firing him right away. You know, like, where are the you know, just didn't see, you know, and then the other one, dancing. Why do you have to dance with her? Hey, was that a black, like, I'm awkward with this, and then people who love The Bachelor were like, okay, what's the first race they're gonna bring out to introduce? Is it gonna be a white person? Is it gonna be a black person? And shout out to all the Asian people. You're underrepresented, okay? You're underrepresented here at The Bachelor. You know, and the Hispanic people. So we'll see, you know, what the other bachelors will be. That's only 4 of them. And, you know, if they want a new audience, like, I could be part of that new audience. I've never seen this show. I could be part of that new audience, but I want to see, like, Vinny, who owns who owns a deli in Astoria. And he just shows up. You know, I want to see Dwayne from The Block. You know, I want to see, you know, they're all kind of guys, and to put a suit on everyone just makes everyone look the same. I just feel like everybody should dress the way they want to dress, and the suits kind of disguise what everybody really is. So what's really good, Bachelor? I'll watch for a moment. So, you know Chet Hanks, don't you? We introduced, he's like the real life B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted. Chet is the 20-something-year-old son of Rita and Tom Hanks. 26 years old, grew up in Beverly Hills, but is affecting I don't want to say ghetto, because there are people in the ghetto who don't even act like him. So I'm not even gonna say that. You know, and I'm not gonna even say he's trying to affect black culture, because black people don't, it's a stereotype, all right? So, but in the meantime, as long as a white boy from Beverly Hills is gonna do it, let's watch. Okay.
Man, I remember Valentine's Day. Man, most stressful day of the year when you got a lot of hoes.
Yo, yo, yo. Okay, so like I said, he's 26. He goes by the names of, I've got a few street names, because you know, I guess when you're going to be, you know, hood-fied, you have to have a name other than being called Chet. One name is White Chocolate, the other name is C-Money. Oh yes, oh yes. And he apparently was watching Love and Hip Hop last night and took to Instagram while the show was going on to beg the producer, Mona Scott, to put him on the show. Oh, please. Oh, please. What do you mean, no? This is the most entertaining thing ever. Are you serious? Are you serious? Mona Scott, you must return this phone call. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, Mona, and maybe you're ahead of me, you're a businesswoman. Don't pay him a lot of money just because he's a Hanks. He reached out to beg you in the middle of the episode, which means you could probably get him for the same price you paid Jocelyn first season. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to be all up in our face, yo. Chet also does music, rap music, of course. Oh, yes. Now, there's already a white boy on Love and Hip Hop in New York. And I don't know his name. Oh, Drew Ski. Drew Ski. Right.
Yeah.
And he plays games off his girlfriend's behind, like she's got a big behind. They all do on Love and Hip Hop. You know, the same body, big behind, small waist, big boobs. Anyway, so Drew Ski, and he's yo, yo, yo. But this Chet Hayes is totally different. I don't know how Drew grew up. Maybe Drew grew up like Eminem. You know, when you grow up at the 8 Mile, then you are yo, yo, yo. Okay? Right. So I don't know Drew Ski. Although when you add ski at the end of anything, it usually is very corny these days. But I do know that Chet was raised by the fine, upstanding Hollywood family, Beverly Hills, and he does have a degree from Northwestern University. Oh, yes. But I also know that he was, yo. He was once linked to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star Hazel E. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He got that, yo. But here's the real tea, which I didn't know until doing more research. He's got a 14-month-old daughter named Micaiah with a woman named Tiffany. And here's Tiff. I need to see Chet Hayes front and center on Love and Hip Hop. That's it. I need this. Adele's been keeping this big secret. I love her, because this is not a real big deal. She's so fun, my kind of people. All right, pretty. Anyway, so she said that she has an interesting way of making it to the stage before she gets on shows. She hides in a box. And the reason that she hides in this box is because she doesn't want her fans to see her until she gets to the stage and gets on there. And she's playing all these stadiums, and so security puts her in that box. First of all, I'm claustrophobic. I could barely breathe telling you this. But she sits in this box with a big, giant, poofy dress on. and they give her an iPad to keep her entertained. In the meantime, her dress contains, this particular red dress, we have a picture of 10,000 crystals. Can you imagine how sweaty everything is by the time she... Girl. This is what makes her our kind of girl, though. Like, she wants to, you know, she wants to give you a real show and come in a box and like that. You know, in my opinion, though, Adele, don't do any of that. The show should start when your car pulls up or something, and then you do different costume changes for your people. Like, I know, I didn't see you guys outside this morning because it was snowing, and I think everybody brought you in and they gave you cocoa, right? Or something, right? Coffee, even better. but to me, you know, like our talk show starts, you know, when I pull up to the sidewalk and I see people outside, I like to give you a pull-up, I like to give you a theme song, you know, a pull-up wig, the whole bit, and then continue from there. But Adele, if you want to stay secretive, then just get one of those adult baby carriages. I've never been in one, but I can imagine. It's probably pretty, yes, you know, and then they pull this part over. They pull it over like that, right? And they know it's Adele in there, but so what? At least they don't see your costume. Speaking of costumes. All right. A little something from my HSN line. This is a high-low. In other words, low in the back and high in the front. The material's really good. And I always think that you are a star, so why not? Yeah. A little something, something, and you know, there's a legging and then there's a lagoon. I remixed it to make them lagoons. And then, of course, my Wendy sneakers, and I love your dress. Suzanne. Now, I wore the darker version the other day.
Yep, and I have the same shoes on you had on yesterday.
Shoes.
Yep. I love it.
I can't believe when it blizzards, you really do pull it together, Suzanne.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody had to.
I go hard.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well, I'll be at thank you, Suzanne.
You're welcome, Wendy.
I'll be at HSN showing you what I have to offer to you for spring on Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then Saturday, I'll be there from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I'll return at 4 a.m. and I'll be there until 6 p.m. I'm sorry, 4 p.m. and I'll be there until 6 p.m. So it's a full situation. I love a good bomber jacket. This one's a size medium, although I have to admit, I do have a size 3X in my closet. Everything goes up to it. You know, I like a bomber jacket to fit like a bomber, but because we're on TV, you know, it had to be more tailored, you know. But in real life, I'll be in the 3X. Bombing. So things continue to be ugly with Bethany Frankel and Jason Hoppy. Well, Jason appeared in court yesterday. And yeah, well, he looks the part. I don't know whether it's the part of a mentally battered husband or a father who misses his daughter or a woman who's trying to torture, or excuse me, a man who's trying to torture a woman. But whatever the part is, he definitely looks the part. So he faces charges of harassing and stalking Bethany, and he was offered a plea deal only if he took anger management classes, but he turned them down, the classes. I don't blame him. At first, I was like, why don't you just make this just go away? Just make it go away. But once you take anger management classes, it's like admitting that you have a problem with your anger, which makes you suspect to everyone that you encounter for the rest of your life, whether it's future employers, future girlfriends, future, you know, the DMV, you know, whatever. It makes him seem angry. But they do go back to court on April 26th, so I wonder what will happen after that. Clap if you just take the classes and make it go away. Well, Jason, according to the law, can only contact Bethany to discuss their 6-year-old Bryn. Well, what other contact do you want with her, Jason? Are you trying to torture her? What was that? Dramatic effect. Are you trying to torture her? Because part of me can believe that. Bethany, did you use him for a plot line? Because part of me can believe that. Either way, you both deserve one another. This is really ugly. And, you know, Bryn is the only one who seems to be suffering in all this. And it remains to be seen what exactly will happen on April 26th. But the Bureau will be following. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of Bethany, the 9th season of The Real Housewives of New York is back in a few weeks. I know. You know, I have to tell you, of all the franchises, New York is my favorite, and I'll tell you why. First of all, it's nice to see highfalutin white women fighting in zip codes that I'm familiar with. You know, when they go into a good restaurant, I'm looking on their plates. I'm like, that looks good. Maybe I'll try that place. Because we're here in New York. You know, when you look inside their apartments, you're like, that's aspirational. Maybe we'd like to live there one day. Anyway, but this is my favorite franchise, even though I don't know a lot of the women by their first names, but I like the fighting and the screaming on them. Here's your sneak peek. Take a look.
Got a heart for me.
You don't care about any of us.
No, I've got a heart back. What is wrong with you? What? Now it's going down, honey. Are you kidding me?
I'm being abused right now!
You don't get it! Drew, get a brain, Luann. Why don't you put an easy pass on that vagina with your howling tunnel? You sound crazy.
No, you're not my friend anymore. You're not my friend anymore.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. You girls are fucking jealous bitches.
Stop yelling at me!
Stop! Shut the up. You're playing victim. I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
The Holland Tunnel? Are you all serious? That was the read of life. Now, she's been here before, but I forget her name. What's her name? Dorinda. Dorinda? She's a reader. Hey, Dorinda, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. And who's this again? Carol Radswell. Carol, okay. Is she the one with the leg?
No, she's gone. Carol used to be married to like a Kennedy's cousin.
Okay, good
something.
enough.
Yeah.
All right, let me see more. All right, okay. Who's this?
That is Sonia.
Oh, that's all right. And who's that?
That's what's her name? Ramona. Don't shoot me.
That's not. This is Ramona.
Wait. Oh, that's a new one. That's Tinsley Mortimer.
Tinsley Mortimer?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very important and wealthy. Season 9 premieres April 5th on Bravo. I'll be in, and we've got more great show for you today, everybody. Tuck in tight, because reality stars Tamar Braxton and her husband Vincent Herbert are here.